Hello, this is Entropy.
This is Lucifera. Today we're going to be discussing some of the very essential differences between our message and the messages you might receive from others. This is a very basic truth about how you perceive our very existence.
Essentially, what we're going to be discussing is the nature of our own existence and also the nature of creation itself and whether or not we are created beings. This differentiates much of what we say because this is at the very core of our message. Are we creations at all? Are we creations? Is there a creator in the sense that there is someone who created us? To a Gnostic, the idea of material creation at all was an act of great evil. And for quite some time, I myself have been using this quote by Albert Einstein to define creation itself. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. Albert Einstein. What is our mind? What is our mind? Our mind is our soul. It is our spirit. And our mind is energy. So science itself backs up the fact that there is no creator of us, no creator of the essence of who we are.
It's true, we are not created beings. We have always been and always will be. Energy cannot be destroyed. The Christians and others who believe in a God that created us cannot be our creators. We have always been. We are infinite beings.
The Christians, this is their power base. This is their essential power base when they tell you that you are a created being and therefore you cannot go against your creator. This is a lie. You are not a created being. Perhaps this flesh was created, and if that's the case, then we shouldn't exactly be feeling some sort of gratitude towards the creation of this fleshly body.
It is the creation of the demiurge. The demiurge is in charge of this material world, this material universe. How can you say this is truly beautiful? So how can we be truly grateful of being here on earth? The flesh is a prison. Being on this planet is a prison. Our true freedom is not here, but in the spiritual.
So why should we worship this creator, even if he did create this body, this fleshly body? Here, even in the Bible, look at this verse. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. The spirit, the consciousness that's within us, the spirit, our soul, the energy that's inside of us is willing to do the right things, but the flesh is weak. So we're supposed to feel grateful to have this flesh. Yes, I can understand the concept of overcoming the flesh, but I don't think that we should feel grateful towards the creator of it. And since our soul was not created, since who we essentially are is not a creation, therefore there is no God above us, no higher being, no most high, as the Christians call him.
Some of you may ask, well, if the flesh is so weak, why don't you just kill yourself? Well, we are of course, light beings, however you want to put it, have come here, come here, and help the rest of humanity to awaken to their true selves.
We have great capacity as beings that are not creations, and even the Bible has verses that give us some idea of our potentiality here, as in even in this human capacity. And let me show you this verse and give a little bit of a different look on it than you're used to. Some of you may be bothered that we even use Bible verses, but these truths are truths regardless of where you find them. And Jesus said unto them, because of your unbelief. Now he's referring to why it is that the disciples couldn't rid someone of a demon. And Jesus said unto them, because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have the faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible to you. I want you to look at this verse. Where in this verse does Jesus say, if you have faith in me? Where in this verse does Jesus say, if you have faith in God? And in the context of which he says this, he does not go on to discuss the power that you can obtain through the Creator, or the power that you can obtain through his name, Jesus Christ. All this verse says is if you have faith. Even the Bible is giving us indications of just how powerful we are. Just how powerful we are. You have to have faith. In this case, faith in yourself.
Yes, you are right. We have great power in us, and we have the potential.
And there are a lot of things that are keeping us from this potential. It's not only our lack of faith. If you want to continue to exist in a perpetual state of lower vibrations, that is, lower base emotions, jealousy, anger, pride, all emotions that come to us from the archons and the demiurge. If you continue in those emotions, if you continue to digress into those emotions, you will never know your full potentiality. You will never know the power that you truly have. I know it sounds sort of cliche, but the truth of the matter is the one saving grace we have on this planet that allows us to have these abilities is love. Love. If you are incapable of that emotion, then you essentially are not human. If you are incapable of the emotion of love, then you exist on a lower vibration, not unlike an animal.
Now I want to say one thing. Just because we say that there is no creator or God, it doesn't mean that there is no divine source. We are one with it. There is no hierarchy. We are one with infinite force.
Exactly, yes, very good. And as I was saying, these lower base emotions that so many of us give into, let me tell you something. You will never ascend if you continue to descend into these lower base emotions. If you cannot ascend into the higher states of consciousness, that is love. That is compassion. If you continue to think of yourself as being, oh, woe is me, look at what's happening to me. You know, all of us get into this into this from time to time. Lucy and I are no different. However, we do not live in these emotions. We do not live for vengeance. We do not live for anger. We do not live in pride and jealousy. Those are base emotions that come to us from the demiurge, from the archons.
Actually, I just remembered something. I did a T-shirt a few days ago, and I had written on it, in order to ascend, you must go within.
It's a beautiful sentiment, and the thing is, the only way for us to truly know ourselves is to spend some time with ourselves, and that's done through meditation. There's really no other simple way of doing that. I would like for my next video to discuss how I perceive Zen Buddhism, discuss briefly who the Buddha was, and to get into Zen Buddhism essentials for those who are interested, to watch such a thing. Zen Buddhism is very appealing to those of you out there who do not want any God above you, but it's something that requires diligence. It's something that requires work. And any kind of aspiring to a higher states of consciousness is going to require work. You're not just going to get there because you want to live in your own anger and resentment and so on and so on. None of us are going to get there that way. We have to appeal ourselves to our higher selves, and our higher selves are compassion and love. If you are unwilling to go there, then you are unwilling to ascend to a higher state of consciousness. You will continue to be a base, low life form, lower than human, if you continue to exist in emotions such as jealousy, anger, pride, contempt for the world. These things are not of the Spirit. They are not of her. They are not of the Holy Spirit. So, we hope that this somewhat short talk is an inspiration for some people, and look for videos, of course, in the future.
This is Lucifera.
And this is Entropy signing off. We will talk again soon. Bye.